Hello to you all. This is Jo, Goddess of Everything, bringing you Goddess of Everything podcast. And today I'm going to talk to you about the week beginning the 9th of September. And hopefully the new moon in Virgo hasn't been affecting you all too harshly. And if you didn't see my last video, then you probably want to go and see that, because the last video talked about how this month we might all see maybe some discouraging energy, because the sun's next aspect was made to the planet Saturn, and it was actually an opposition which created some discouraging energy. So hopefully you're all managing to work with the energy of that rather than working against it. And that's what I'm all about as an astrologer, moonologer, and psychic, energetic healer, and just somebody who loves to be in the goddess frequency. So my work on this planet Earth is to be able to help people to have a better life, to be able to create better lives. And one of the things that I truly believe in is understanding energetics and being able to immerse yourself in that to be able to get the best outcomes. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's coming ahead for the 9th onwards to the 15th of September 2024. Then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about Virgo energy, okay? Because this is how you incorporate more of the Virgo energy into your life. It's a very special time, and not one that's really taken as seriously as the other signs, I feel. And it's a beautiful sign, is Virgo. It's a very diligent sign. It does its due diligence, and it's very thorough, So like today, I've been planning to do this video, and I'm like, right, I'm going to get all my files done. I've got the true Virgo-esque energy coming through, I think. And so if any of you have been feeling that since that Virgo energy has come in, leave me a comment, because it's definitely had me looking at things and seeing how I can reap the harvest, and that's very Virgo energy. So we're going to talk today about this energy coming up this next week. And so we do have a shift from the planet Mercury moving over into the sign of Virgo on Monday the 9th. So this is going to see a change for lots of you in respect to the Virgo being lit up in our chart. So if you don't know about your chart, then you really should learn more about it, because it's really, really interesting as the planets move around into different houses. So we've all got each sign in our chart, and at some point Mercury will enter a certain house, and that house in particular will get lit up. And then you maybe speak in a different way, you'll act in a different way. So Mercury, being the planet of communication, affects how we all communicate. So it's moving out of another sign into this sign. So it's gone sort of Virgo, Leo, Virgo. So it's going backwards, forwards, because it's been in a retrograde period, you see. So it's coming up this week to hitting the degree where it went retrograde at in the past. So we're coming out of what we call Mercury retrograde shadow period, and this is going to happen on the 12th, which is great, because I'm going to be travelling after that. I don't want to be travelling in Mercury retrograde season. It's a bit of a nightmare. If any of you have done it, you'll find yourself probably having trouble at the airport and all the rest of it. It can be a bit of a nightmare to navigate. So with the Virgo energy, what we find with the Mercury communication energy and the travel energy as well, because it affects travel, communication, and IT as well. So if we think about Virgo, it does its due diligence. I can't say that word today for some reason. It does its due diligence, and it likes to have things orderly. So if you can imagine our very much mind energy, which is ruled by Mercury, Virgo wants to put everything in order. It wants to, do an A to Z. It wants to label things. It wants to put your library in order, so you can find some people with a lot of strong Virgo tendencies. It's probably because they've got a lot of planets maybe in the sign of Virgo in their chart, or They've got Mercury entering that sign, and it's pinging off lots of different planets. So it's important to know your transits as well. Stay up to date what's happening in your chart every day. And if you don't know how to do this, I've got an awesome group. It's called Lunar Abundance Queens. You can join the wait list. We actually aren't taking anybody in at the moment. We're just having a bit of a change around in there. We're bringing more hypnosis into the work, so we're keeping the group quite small, and I'm being very selective at the moment about who can come in, and we're just keeping it nice and tight because I really like the small group scenario rather than having it too big. But if you do want to join that wait list, you're more than welcome to, and it's £55.55 a month, and you get access to thousands of pounds worth of videos in the guide section which teach you all about astrology, all about your chart and how to read it and how to understand it. So you'd understand when I said, where's Virgo going in your chart? Where is Virgo in your chart? For me, it's my 12th house. So I know that Mercury's going into my 12th house, and it's probably going to bring me into a different way of communicating again from being in my 11th house, which would have been very outgoing, because every sign as well can be extroverted or introverted. So if we think about Virgo, it's not the most outgoing of signs. So all of us might be feeling a little bit quieter. We might want to go within a little bit more. I know in 12th house energy, that's definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to. Maybe even having a day in silence, just because it's important for the mind and mind energy. So yeah, with this energy, like I said, we're going to see people probably putting their files in order, put things in order, like making sure your GDPR's up to date, like you're keeping abreast of everything in that realm. Like business owners, you need to get a grip on this. It's really important stuff, and it's stuff I see time and time again. And one of the people in my world, I'm so grateful for them, because I found her many years ago, and I'm going to give her a little shout out in a minute, because Nairi, who honestly, she came to my aid back in the day when someone told me to get a privacy policy off Fiverr, and I ended up getting this awful, it was just a copy and paste jobby off somebody else's website, and they charged me £100 for it. And I was lucky to meet Nairi, and otherwise known as the Complaints Genie, and they came into my world, and we've never looked back since. And we really take care of people's information. It's about taking care of email lists and all that sort of stuff, because people's information is important and we should take care of it like it's gold, because I don't want to sign up to somebody who doesn't take care of information. That's just not something I'd want to be involved in. So for me, in my world, as a therapist and somebody who really prizes confidentiality in people's information, it's important, I think, that under this Virgo energy that we look at those systems and processes, because systems and processes comes up as well in my mind as I'm thinking about it. So the Virgo energy, the Mercury Virgo energy, can remind us to be a little bit more compassionate to ourselves as well, because it can bring in a level of criticism, critical behavior, critical communication, where people can be sniping at each other, or even where you're not talking to yourself very nice or talking to other people. So listen to your own self-speak. And if you are somebody who really wants to change your self-speak, and you need to get into Goddess of Everything on Facebook, because we are going to be doing some huge work around positive self-speak, self-esteem, money, and we're going to be working specifically on money, which is our next program, and it's all about being worthy to receive. Today I just did an awesome hypnosis, and it's called Paid to Exist. I absolutely love it, and that was for my Lunar Abundance Queens. So people that are in my world, they get a lot from me. I'm very generous and I love to give to them. So get into all these spaces and really immerse yourself, because you'll see massive changes. And if you do want a free hypnosis session with me, I'm doing 30 minutes free for people. So get yourself signed up there, and come and see me in October when I'm starting to see people again. So on Tuesday, we've got a really nice Venus and Moon connection. So they're sextile each other. So sextiles when this beautiful transit's taking place. It's an easy transit and it's quite harmonious. So Venus and the moon come together in that sextile. So one thing I'll say to you is great time to spend time with other women and maybe the females in your family getting together and doing something feminine as well. So for those of you in beauty businesses or anything feminine related, care, back massages, spa treatments, psychics, or anything that loves to like give to women, very Empress energy, then that is a good time for you to be sharing your wares that day. Right across that day actually, so that's good. The only other thing is just go and check out if you've got a void of course. I'm going to do a video on void of course moons actually shortly after this one. I'm going to put it in, so keep your eyes open because I'm going to talk a bit about void of course. And so we do have a half moon on Wednesday the 11th. This can bring us a little bit more challenge. So we have got a little challenge to get over there, but everything's for our highest good, remembering that. So, you know, we don't always appreciate the challenges, but we should really, because it makes us stronger. And that's taking place in Sagittarius, so maybe some challenge around travel or publishing or teaching, that sort of thing. And then like I said, Mercury's going it's straight ahead now, but it's actually passing the point where it went retrograde, coming out of the shadow period. So that's on the 12th. We do have some bigger energies that day with Mercury sextile Mars. So this might be a bit of a feeling like you need to get things done. You've got a bit of a rocket with your backside, so to speak. And then the Sun is square Jupiter. So Jupiter's always lucky, they say, but it expands things. So whatever's anything shining a light on for you today, just notice it, and maybe there's some sort of challenge coming up, but all challenges are good things. So just notice, and notice particularly where you'd get up and goes maybe conflicted a little bit there as well. So we've got Friday the 13th, Day of the Goddess. So I hope you enjoy that day. There's plenty of stuff going on there. We've got a couple of squares and trine, and yeah, so it's an up and down day that day. And then Saturday, it's looking pretty good. The moon actually though is conjunct Pluto. So just be aware where some of you may be really heavily focused in on your own transformation and emotional changes. It can take you on a bit of a deep dive into your own psychology, so just be aware. Don't take yourself too deep. We can always be worried about what we're going to find sometimes, can't we? If we dig around too long. Sometimes living in the moment's a better thing than thinking about the past as well. And the moon's moving through all the signs this week, so it's going through, it starts in Scorpio and then moves through into the sign of Sagittarius between the 9th and the 11th, and then on 9th and the 12th, and then it moves into the sign of Capricorn, bringing us more into sort of that worky energy, so maybe feeling a bit more like a workhorse by the end of the week. And then between Saturday and Sunday, we've got Aquarius energy, which is connection, community, relaxation, all that sort of stuff. And I love Sunday because Sunday looks like a lucky day, to be honest. It looks really good. So I'm really looking forward to Sunday the 15th. And this is where Jupiter and Venus are coming together in a beautiful trine, which to me represents money and more money and more money. Abundance, abundance, abundance. And the moon is trine Jupiter there as well. So it's a really good day for luck. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be the 15th. Hold out for the 15th of September. Maybe it's going to be getting better, everybody, if you've been finding yourself having a bit of a tough time. So remember to be kind to yourself. And that's the thing with Virgo energy, it's very maiden-esque energy. And so it reminds us to take care of ourselves. It's about finding your medicine, find your inner medicine. Like, how can you cultivate a life that you really enjoy living? And when I talk about medicine, I don't talk about actually taking pills. I'm saying, like, fresh air's a medicine, walking's a medicine, talking to your best friend's a medicine, a hug from your partner can be medicine, breath work's a medicine, like whatever you call your medicine, let it be. Just let it be your medicine for you. And nobody else gets to say what that is. For me, it's doing things like this. My medicine is me showing up and doing being in service, living in a life of service, because that's what I signed up for. And so that's what I love to do. And I love to be on my own healing journey as well. I love that. Like every day I get to, create a new thing for myself, a new hypnosis, a new meditation, and listen to it and take myself on these journeys that are expanding my soul and capacity to learn. So it's all about where you're at, what you want to do, and finding your medicine, what makes you happy. It could be essential oils, it could be crystals, it could be tarot, it could be anything that you feel like gives you just a bit of insight, gives you support. It doesn't have to even do very, it could just be walking and you're just like, do you know what? We could just call it just walking, but there's people out there who can't. So in my head, because I've almost lost that function, when I go walking, I shouldn't say it's just walking, because I've had times where I haven't been able to walk in my life, that now I feel like that's such a privilege. And I think sometimes we forget what privileges we have, and that we should be very, very grateful inside for what we've got. And so if you do have that function to be able to walk, then it's about knowing that is a privilege. And if you are somebody who, like me, lost the use of your legs, or lost it for a long period of time, or never regained it, I just want you to know my heart's with you, and that maybe even that going out, getting a wheelchair, going out, getting the fresh air, that's something that you could deeply bring into your day, where you get to go and have that time. Because just being outside, just being connected to the ground, to the earth, which is Virgo energy, just earthing and grounding ourselves, so important right now. And it's the time of the harvest. What are you harvesting? What are you bringing into your life? And so maybe this is the time where you get to hold yourself down a little bit, and just do you know what? I've got me. Doesn't matter what's going on. I've got me. I'm holding me. And reminding yourself that you're beautiful. It's the energy of self-love. And I'm going to do a podcast on the witch wound as well, because there's something that keeps cropping up for me. And it's as I'm getting older, and I've realised some things that are really, really, it's quite disturbing actually, that some of the things that have come into my mind, and I've been like, okay, we need to confront this. So I'll probably talk about it in the next video. And I feel like it's probably going to be coming up with this full moon energy. I've just been getting this recurring message. So do make sure you take care of yourself, and look forward to that Sunday energy on the 15th. And if you are interested in void of course moons, then I'm going to do a little video. But honestly, if you get the time or the chance, and you think, do you know what, I'd really love to immerse myself in thousands of pounds worth of videos, and I really want to be on that list, give us a message, because I'll add you to the list, and I'll consider you for a space in the Lunar Abundance Queens with us. Okay, I'm going to catch you all soon. Now, don't forget to join Goddess of Everything, because we're starting in October, and you really do not want to miss this. This is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime for people, because everything that I'm creating is going into a vault. And when I say it's going away into a vault, it's going away into a vault. And basically, whenever I decide to resurface it again, it'll resurface. But this is, I want to see the huge testimonials that come off it. I want to see the immersion of people in it, and really giving 110% to showing up and being part of it. And like I said the other day, as I talked about, value. Just because it's free, please value it, because it's like a rare diamond. You might not get a chance to see this again. So yeah, can't wait. I can't wait to see you all. Have the best day ever.